Martin, so many jobs to take care of before the join date becomes official. So what's been your top priority as you say goodbye to one league that you certainly want to honor and represent while you're still a member of the Pac-12, but also get ready for being part of the Big Ten?
Yeah, you have to have a foot in both areas, right? You have to focus on the current right now, and that's finishing up the right way, and our student athletes competing for championships in the Pac-12. But you also have to be planning, and we've launched a strategic planning process. We got a new strategic plan, and it's excitement. August 2nd is right around the corner, and so we're just doing both. You know, we're competing at a high level, 2 national championships in the last 10 days. Number 123, 122, and 123. So we're flying, and we're excited to bring that to the Big Ten.
With the months now becoming weeks, what does still have to get done for you to feel really comfortable about becoming official members on August 2nd?
You know, we feel really good about it. I mean, this has been a thorough planning process. So as far as the policies, procedures of the Big Ten, we're very comfortable there. The only thing left really is just the rhythm of the league. You know, calls, when we should reach out. It's little stuff, tickets, away tickets. You know, when should we turn those back in? It's kind of the little things that are approaching as football starts in the fall and our other fall sports. So we feel very prepared. It's just a matter of just kind of the rhythms of the Big Ten and certain little things.
Well, I got news for you. When people see this and they see this kind of backdrop here, you're also going to be getting calls about the tickets if people want to come out and see you here.
You guys got to come out to LA, man. It's beautiful out here. I mean, we're going to bring the great weather to the Big Ten as well. So we're excited.
On that note, how exciting is it for you to think about the current Big Ten schools, some of the coaches, some of the athletes that have never seen or played inside Pauley Pavilion or the Rose Bowl, 2 of the most famous historic home sites in all of college sport? I'm
so excited about them being able to experience Pauley, to experience Easton Stadium, to experience the Rose Bowl. I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, it's synonymous with greatness in football, basketball, all of our Olympic sports. For student athletes to be able to come out to LA, many probably have never been to LA. We've played teams in the non-conference where a lot of their teams have never been to California. So it's exciting when you can expose young people to something they haven't seen or they haven't experienced and get to show them a little bit about what UCLA is all about.
So you're getting ready to do all this, make one of the biggest shifts in all of college sports, and at the same time you have to hire a new football coach. Yeah. Why was DeShawn Foster the right person?
He was the right person at the right time. I mean, you start with the kind of person he is. He's a great person. He's caring, he's passionate, and he's a Bruin. You know, we needed someone that embodies the spirit of the institution, that competes, that cares about these young men, and it's a CEO. And he checked the box in all of those things. So just his passion, his enthusiasm, you see the people that are around him, how he impacts people. He has hit the ground running, and I'm so excited. But he was the right guy at the right time for UCLA.
Had to be awfully special for you as the athletic director to see the reaction that his players had when they found out about the news.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it in my mind. You know, when I said, hey, how are we going to introduce DeShawn? We should have him come around the corner, the guys I'll be talking about. And then I never imagined it would be that impactful. Just them seeing him and that reaction, it gives you goosebumps every time. And that's when you feel like, you know what, we got this right. And so I'm excited, they're excited, just to see his connection with the young men in the program is phenomenal.
Your coaches from top to bottom and the quality and experience and winning pedigrees that they have. Let's start with men's basketball, and Mick, 2-time Pac-12 Coach of the Year. We know what he did previously at Cincinnati, has brought this team to a Final Four. What does his success with one of, if not the most famous basketball programs in the history of the sport mean to the school?
Tremendous. I mean, Mick Cronin is one of the best coaches in the country, and he's hungry. He teaches. For him being at UCLA, and he respects the history, Coach Wooden and the program, it's a perfect match. You know, he really embodies the spirit of those 4 letters and how he teaches and coaches and loves and supports our young men on the court. So he's great. You know, he's a pro's pro, and I'm just excited that he's going to go lead us into the Big Ten and be at UCLA for a long time.
His counterpart on the women's side, meanwhile, Corey Close, is leading a program that's part of maybe the biggest movement in women's college basketball history. It has reached popularity that it has never seen before, in part because of one of her stars, Kiki Rice, because of other stars, and the quality of what the game has become. How much have you enjoyed working with Corey and the personality that she is? Because she's quite a personality.
Oh, I love working with Corey. Corey, she can connect with anyone, and no matter what walk of life you're from, that's one of her superpowers, connection, and how she can relate. But I love watching her program. What she does, everybody sees on the court. And they've done a tremendous job in recruiting. She's done a tremendous job in her whole staff. But it's the development of the young women off the court that is really impressive about Corey Close. When you see the level of commitment and dedication and how these young women grow and mature during their process and their time during school at UCLA, it's phenomenal. I mean, you go to their end-of-year banquet and to hear them speak and talk, you're just, there's not a dry eye in the room because of the development of these young women. And Corey does a great job. Her whole program, they do a fabulous job with that.
You mentioned national championships 122 and 123. One recently in men's volleyball, an exciting finish, beating Long Beach just down the road as well. Your Olympic sports are perhaps second to none in terms of their history of success, not just recent success, but going back for decades. How does that translate into a new conference?
Yeah, I mean, we have an unbelievable history and legacy of our Olympic sports, and we're going to continue to compete at a high level. I'm excited about that. It's going to be a new challenge, obviously, going to different places and getting a feel for the competition. But we just got to play our own game. We got to run our own race. We're UCLA. We've done this for a long time. We're going to continue to do it. And so it'll just be in a different venues and a different conference. But I expect us to compete at the highest level and win championships because that's what Bruins do.
NIL, obviously, a hot button issue no matter where you're located. But for you guys in the show business capital of the world, in LA, it drives a lot more conversation. Where is UCLA in the NIL space now compared to where it was a few years ago, and where do you see it headed?
Growing and getting better and better. I mean, NIL is so important to our student athletes and doing what we can to help them. I would say just from a year ago to now, we've grown leaps and bounds as far as our NIL activity, Westwood Ascent, our education, but also giving opportunities. And we have so many companies here in LA and Hollywood and California, Southern California. So it's grown a lot. We have more to go. We've got some great partnerships going, and Men of Westwood, Champion of Westwood. That's our official partner of UCLA Athletics. They do a tremendous job, and we're partnering with them more and more. And I think you're going to keep seeing that growth with our NIL program.